Hello boys and girls, Three Ball Josh here again. And so I wanted to share an interesting story from the past of Three Ball Josh. This is about a relationship that I had when I was stationed in Germany. When I was stationed in Germany, I met this Russian girl named Anyutka, which everybody just called her Anna. She was born and raised in Russia. She was actually in Germany doing the whole foreign exchange program. She lived right outside of Frankfurt, Germany, which is about an hour and a half by train from where I lived. But I was in Frankfurt all the time because that's where the greatest bar district in the world is. So anyways, met her, and we just started talking for a while. Everything was just real platonic, I guess you'd say. She just was good drinking buddies sort of thing. And then as time went on, we developed this attraction to each other, and things kind of progressed from there. And it was a very interesting relationship, to say the least, because she spoke no English and I spoke no Russian, so the only way we could communicate was through German. Now, I wasn't very good with German at all at the time, so here's where it got interesting, obviously. And it was actually pretty cute, I would imagine, to look, be on the outside looking at us and stuff like that, because we'd start off, with regular conversations and stuff like that, because I knew basic German. I knew the important stuff, like how to ask directions for somewhere, and I could understand the directions they gave me. I knew how to order beer, which is pretty much the only thing I really felt that I would need in Germany. And then, I knew basic stuff like, hi, my name is Josh and I have a really small penis. So, the basic everyday conversation stuff. But when you actually try to go and get into a conversation with somebody, it kind of helps to know what you and, your conversation partner are saying. So we'd start off just, chatting regularly and everything like that, and then a few minutes into it, she and I would both reach in, I had my backpack, she had a little purse type thing, and we'd reach in and pull out our German-English dictionaries, and we would communicate through that. I mean, it was a blast, because we both knew that she would eventually go back to Russia and I would eventually go back to America. So it wasn't anything deep, and it wasn't a, oh, I'm so madly in love with you, and oh, I'm so madly in love with you type thing. It was just fun, and it was actually how I became fairly decent at German. I hadn't been to Germany in 4 years, so I've forgotten quite a bit of it, but I was actually getting pretty good because of, that's the only way she and I could communicate. It was just amazing. It was a real fun and a very amusing, to say the least, relationship. So what I want to do is I want to ask you guys, obviously, I don't want to get anybody in trouble if you have a significant other or you're married or anything like that, but was there any relationship that was just way different than the rest in a good way? Or did you meet somebody in an interesting way, not just, you guys got drunk and hooked up at a bar and, or anything like that? Is there any interesting way you met someone that you dated, or even your significant other now, or anything like that? Let me know. Comments, video response would be cool. Cough, cough, hint, hint. Anything like that. But so I just wanted to share that with you guys. Oh, I want to throw in one more thing about Anna. This is hilarious, and I need to give you a little bit of a warning, I guess, because there's going to be a little bit of foul language in there, but you should be used to that already if you watch my videos. Anna had a friend named Svetlana. We just called her Sveta for short. She spoke English pretty well, and my buddy Nate was seeing her. So it was kind of a double date type thing most of the time. I'm with Anna, he's with Sveta, we all the four of us just had a great time. And we're sitting at the Bahnhof one time, the train station, and actually it was the U-Bahn, the subway type thing, very localized type thing. And we're sitting at the subway waiting for their train to come, and everything like that. We're sitting on a little bench, and Anna's sitting on my lap, Svieta's sitting on Nate's lap, and they're talking back and forth in Russian. And all of a sudden, Anna looks at Svieta and says, "Fuck you." Right? Looks at me, smiling, just proud as she can be, saying, "I learned bad words in English." And I look at her, and I'm laughing my ass off. I'm like, "Yeah, I can tell." And then Svieta looks at Anna and says, "Fuck you, bitch." Right? So now Nate and I are both laughing because now we have these two Russian girls cursing at each other in English, you know, and all of a sudden Anna looks at her and goes, "Come guzzling hoe." And it was at that point where she fell off my lap onto the floor because I fell off the seat onto the floor because here I am with my Russian girl who speaks not a damn bit of English, and she's saying these things. So I just had to share that with you guys. I thought that was amusing. Obviously, it may not be as funny for you listening in, but if you'd been there, trust me, it was a gas. Who says that anymore? But let's get to some questions. I haven't answered any questions in a while, and one of the reasons is because nobody's really been sending any hardly anybody. Kelly Garcia, of course, because she's she definitely seems to be interested in keeping the whole 3 questions thing alive. She asked, if I could have lunch with anyone, living or dead, who would it be and why? Well, are those my 2 choices, anyone living or anyone dead? I would have to go with anyone living because I don't know if you've had lunch with anyone dead. They're pretty dull. They don't talk much, and they just kind of sit there and stare at you with the same expressionless look on their face. And if they get something to eat, they don't friggin' eat it. They don't even, they don't touch the plate at all. And then when it comes time for the bill, they just look at you. So it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to pay for your meal too that you didn't eat. So it's just a real awkward and rather boring experience. So I guess I would pick anyone living. Fairy Goddess 1219 asks, what was my favorite toy as a child? I actually had 3. All 3 of them were stuffed animals. I had a bear. His name was Grizzly. I know that's just ridiculous, right? I had this kick-ass monkey that I don't think he had a name. I think I just called him Monkey. And then I had a stuffed rabbit. It was kind of a puppet type thing, which is ironic if you knew about my extreme phobia of rabbits. But I like this one. And those 3, man, those were my compadres, man, my buddies. We hung out all the time. I was going through some of my old boxes right before I moved out to Georgia, and found out, I still had them, and then I found out some mice or whatever gotten into one of my boxes and ate holes into my monkey, and I had to throw it away. I was pretty heartbroken about that. But yeah, those are my 3 favorite toys. Ran BLV, I think I said that right? Asked, in my 3-Ball Josh Cares video, I mentioned that the reason I asked how are you doing is because I care. And Ran BLV asks, if I care, why did I not respond to anybody's comments? That's a damn good question. I'm glad you asked. The reason I didn't respond was because I'd say about 1/3 of the comments I get on my videos are sort of kind of people responding to my responses. And I wanted to see how many people would actually respond to the video, without having any conversations going on and stuff like that. So I just wanted to see who all would actually respond with a comment about it. So yeah, again, send me your questions and all that stuff. If I wasn't 3-Ball Josh, I'd wish I was.